Hey guys, Tuesday morning. I'm like, feel like I got beat to death. My neck's all stiff from yesterday. It felt okay when I went to work, but it progressed during the day. So I took some medicine for it last night, and I'm paying for it today because the medicine always makes me groggy the next day. So I'm just completely and totally wore out today. So, anyway, nothing really new going on. Like literally nothing. I mean, the only thing that we're doing is just starting to get stuff ready for the trip. I still haven't found my Kodak camera. I don't know where that thing is at. It's in a laptop bag, and the laptop bag used to be in my wife's old office, and I took it out of there a long time ago, but I don't remember exactly where I put it. So now I have to find that. Sorry if there's sunlight in the camera. I'm running late this morning, which is always fun. Oh man, I'm like completely just wiped out. So tonight, whenever I get home, I'm gonna get some things done. They red tagged that. Sorry, there's just a car with its hazards on, and it was already red tagged because it's sitting on the side of the road, yet the blinkers are on. That was weird. So tonight I have to finally fix the chicken coop. So right after work I'm coming straight home to fix the door, and then we've got some other stuff to do, and then tomorrow we're gonna pack. And usually what ends up happening in these trips when we go someplace is that my wife stays up all night the night before and packs, and I'd rather just be ready to go and just go to sleep Thursday night and then get up Friday morning and go. And I guess we're leaving my car at the airport. I don't know, we have a roommate, and I don't know why she can't take us and drop us off, and nobody's answering my question when I ask it, so I just quit asking it. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. If that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. It's no big deal to me either way, but I'd rather not leave my car at the airport if I didn't have to. I had a great idea for my my story page, my story channel, and I'm going to start working on it when I get back. But what I'd like to do is find like an improv group to actually like act out my stories. I think that'd be funny. I'm going to try to find somebody to collaborate with in Austin to do that. And then, like I've said before, you kind of gotta, sorry guys, you kind of have to have a gimmick, I think, to really get going on YouTube. And so the daily vlogs just aren't going to cut it, because it's, I mean, I don't live that interesting of a life. Used to, I did. I lived like this crazy, lifestyle where just crazy crap would randomly happen to me. But it's just not the case anymore. So you get older and you get married, and that crap kind of goes away. But I do still have tons of stories, and I would love to find somebody to act them out. I think it'd be hilarious, is to do my regular stories and then do like pick some to get acted out. Even the first one I've got posted now about the girl getting knocked out by her boyfriend. That one would be, if we kind of put a comedy twist on it, it would be kind of funny to see acted out. Not that it was funny that she got punched. It was actually an accident. You guys should watch the video, because it was an accident. It's just the way it all happened, the way I remember it, plus I was drunk, but the way I remember it is just like craziness, like something you'd never see again. And like I tell people who come to town and go, oh, 6th Street, I've heard the place is so crazy, and I'm like, I've been down there, I don't know how many times. And I do have to say, every time I go down there, something crazy happens, but I always say it doesn't, because I never want to get anybody's hopes up that something just insane is going to happen. And a friend of mine came down one time and really wanted to go, and I was like, okay, and he goes, yeah, I've heard all these stories, it's really crazy. And him and I used to go to Deep Ellum together, and there's always something happening down there, fights, or mostly it was fights, and then the cops pepper spraying everybody within a 4-block radius. But we went down to 6th Street, and I was like, no, this place isn't as crazy because there's nothing going on this weekend. And then this girl said, hey, can you take my picture? And he's like, sure, and he grabs a camera. And like 12 to 15 girls, I don't even know how many at this point, jumped up on this cop car and pulled their tops down and their skirts up to take this picture. And he was like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I was like, so I just kind of shook my head. I think 6th Street never disappoints when I go down there. But anyway, so when I get back, I'm going to start trying to find maybe a group that's got either a YouTube channel or wants to get a YouTube channel going, and possibly get that going where I can get them to act out some of these stories. I think it would be really fun. It'd be fun for them, it'd be a challenge for them, and then put it on YouTube, and that'd get some popularity going for their improv group. Just one of those things, I gotta find somebody and then talk them into it. It usually isn't too hard for me. I can usually talk people into stuff, but it's just a matter of finding somebody first. So yesterday I went to work early to find out that, with stuff I already knew, my boss has applied for a position that's higher up. And then the one thing I didn't know is he brought this woman on. She was a manager over a team that's not even in our office, which is weird, but he's bringing her into our team to help learn our stuff. And I think what they're doing is that they're going to eventually make her our supervisor if he ends up getting this other position, which I think the way it's working out is he's going to end up with this other position, which is great. He deserves it. He's been with the company. He was a contractor for 5.5 years, and then he finally got a permanent job. So, but God, I am so tired. I was tired yesterday, and I was just barely able to make it through the day. I was just wore out. And then I got home, and I didn't really feel like doing anything, and I got home late because I had to go meet somebody yesterday to drop off some DVDs. And then I didn't get home till later. I said it's nearly 8 o'clock. And so once I got home, we ate, and then I was just kind of relaxing, and I had to do some stuff in the bedroom, change out a power strip, and by the time I looked, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. The lights are still on, and I'm trying to go to bed. So normally we have a lights out and TV off policy. All that has to be off by midnight, because I got to get up at like 7:15, anywhere from 7:15 to 7:30 to make it on time to work. If my wife gets up and lets the dogs out, I can get up later. Like today, I didn't get up till 8 because she let the dogs out, and it's already 8 after 9. So I'm like seriously, I'm probably about 13 or 14 minutes behind schedule. So traffic's not bad because it's spring break. So maybe I can make up that time once I get out on the highway. But she was working on some stuff last night and getting some stuff taken care of and feeding the squirrel, and the lights were still on and on and on, and I was like, oh my god, you gotta turn the lights off, because I have to have lights off and no noise to go to bed. I mean, it's got to be quiet so I can relax. So tonight when I get home, I'm gonna fix the chicken coop and I'm gonna do some other things, but by about 9 or 9:30 I have to wind down and take a shower and then be in bed no later than 10:30 and try to relax and go to sleep, because I'm just not getting any sleep. And I know what's going to happen is we're going to fly out Friday. I'm going to do a bunch of crap Friday and run around and go have a bunch of fun, and then Friday night I'm going to crash hard. I'm not going to want to get up Saturday, and we're going to blow half the day by sleeping. And that's something that I hate. When we go on vacation, I want to get up and go do stuff. I don't want to sit around. I want to be at least out of the hotel by 10 or 10:30 doing something. I mean, you never see everything in a town if you go out for 6 to 8 hours. I didn't say 68. 6 to 8, sorry, hours, and then go back to your hotel. I want to spend as much time away from the hotel as possible, but I still want to get, a good amount of sleep. So I don't know, I gotta catch up, because Thursday night I won't be able to sleep. I'll have my flying anxiety, and I'll probably only get 3 or 4 hours of sleep on Thursday. That happens every time I fly, so I'm used to it by now. And I didn't know this until yesterday, but the World Baseball Classic finals are in San Francisco while we're there. I can guarantee I won't be going because my wife doesn't like baseball. But I mean, I really wanted to go once I found out, because I'm like, it's baseball, and if the Americans are in the finals, I'd love to go. So while we're there, I think they play 2 semifinal games, and then the winners of those games will play Thursday night or Tuesday night when we fly out Tuesday night. So if we were flying out Wednesday or something, I would kind of insist on going to at least the final, even if it wasn't the United States team in the final. I'd still want to go to the final just to check it out. But we got enough stuff going on, and I can't go to Sunday nights because we're already set up to go to Alcatraz. So the only night we could go would be Monday night, and I just don't think that I can talk her into it. So oh god. So I'm calling I forgot to call the hotel yesterday. I'm gonna call them today, make sure everything's good, and like pre-check in, because I've heard horror stories of people getting these deals online and then flying out there in the hotel, some big event being in town like St. Patrick's Day or World Baseball Classic, and then somebody offer them like this, to pay them what their going rate is, the rate that's on the back of the door, and they give out your room to somebody because somebody really wants to stay. But luckily this year, I mean, it's bad for World Baseball Classic, but from what I've been told and people that have been keeping up with it, people aren't really interested in it, and I think they do it at the wrong time. I think they need to do it earlier. I understand why they don't do it earlier, because a lot of these players, if they play in the World Series, and they got to turn right around, take 3 or 4 weeks off, and then start training for a World Baseball Classic, and then they take, by the end of the year, for the next year, by the end of the season for baseball, they're wore out because they played World Baseball Classic, then we're having to finish up spring training, and then play their whole season. And if they play in the World Series, it'd completely wear them down. So I don't know. And I don't even know how often they do World Baseball Classic. I don't know if it's every year. I think it day every year. They should like space that out. I don't know, I haven't kept up with it, and I feel really bad because it's baseball and I love baseball. I just got too much going on with this trip and everything else to pay attention to it. It's really something that's not on my mind. I mean, the spring training's on my mind, and the start of the regular season's more on my mind. So anyway, I think that's enough rambling for me. I'm tired, so I'll just keep rambling for another half an hour. But anyway, you guys have a great Tuesday. Be safe, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and go watch my story on Storytime with Frank. I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, it sounds really bad, but the story itself, it ends up turning out okay. But it's just one of those things that I think if you saw what I saw, you would see the comedy in it, but it's still a good story. So anyway, check it out. Subscribe to that channel. I'll have a new story every week. And like I said, if I can get this improv group to help, if I can find one to help me out, then I'm going to start filming these and actually having somebody act them out for me, which I think would be hilarious. So anyway, and check me out on Twitter. There's a link down below in the description. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know that you watched the videos, and I'll follow you back. You guys have a great Tuesday.